check them out.
Right.
No. Deuce Branch.
I'll do it.
No homo. I say no homos.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, this comedian has his own comedy show every other Tuesday at the Open Art Gallery located at 2801 South Lloyd Street, Suite 100. It is at 6 p.m. The next show will be February 6th, and it is headlined by the Friendship Tour, Matt Linville, and Jorge, I'm working on his last name. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Deuce Branch! Hey guys. That guy's awesome. That Michael guy, he has a little show and stuff. How many people can say that? Anyway, my name's Deuce. I'm joking, split personalities. I got some coupons here if anybody wants them to Super Chefs. It's a place that I work at. I could say I'm sponsored by them, they'd never know. 15% off, good for the weekdays only. Excludes juices and alcoholic beverages. You all have alcoholic beverages. This coupon doesn't work for that, if you missed that. And it's good for the weekdays only. I don't know if I said that already. And it doesn't expire. So feel free to come in. Now these specific coupons you can't have, because my jokes are on them. But if y'all come in, I can give y'all some. The other comedians are really cool. I'm gonna calm it down a little bit with some shenanigans, because I'm gonna read off of these coupons. So the first one, I had this idea while I was at work, and it goes as followed. I feel like racism, dividing people by race, that type of thing, is a terrible way to classify people. You should do it by things like, who's seen the color purple? Then, within that category, how many people still call Oprah Harpo? It is now okay to say something offensive. Just call them Harpos. That was a joke, Michael? Don't. Still offensive. It's just covered up better. That was the first one. Alright, the second one. Now, I read this. I had no idea what it meant. I'm going to read it to y'all, and I want to need y'all's interpretation of this. So it goes, waiting in lines for new releases, iPhones, Jordans, games. What the fuck does that mean? Anybody. Don't be afraid. Okay. I like his suggestion in the back. Places where black people meet. I felt kind of nervous saying it, and to be completely honest with you, sir, you might be a harpo. It's a new word for racist. Go ahead and start using it. I'll give y'all permission. Again, don't call them harpos. Too offensive. Anyway, sir, please keep your racial comments to a minimum. Ooh, man, that guy. Am I right, y'all? All right. I had this idea at work, and I felt like a genius when I was writing it. And about halfway through, completely lost my train of thought. And then summed it all up for a great thesis. And it goes like this, it being the thesis. For big goals, it requires big sacrifices. All right, now check this out. Girls who dress really revealing, slutty. Either word works. Oftentimes don't want to be approached by men, with the men assuming that, oh, it's going to be easy to have sex. And they should definitely have that belief. Men shouldn't be approaching women just based on how they dressed and think however they want about them. Now, however, in order for men to be this aware and open-minded, we must focus on, what is it called? The George Bush thing. No Child Left Behind. That was Bill Clinton. So, we gotta focus on the people sagging. The people sagging gotta get ready for gay people coming up to them thinking that's okay for them to have sex with them. Because it is a fact in prison that when you sag, you want a penis inside of your butt. So if this common understanding is a thing, and we act upon it, then maybe the common idea of not assuming sex for women can become a thing. Now, it's a big sacrifice. Some thugs are gonna have penises in their butt. But women might be a little bit happier in life. So, think on it. Think about it. Next one. This one's really good. All right, so I was walking by this table with these girls, and they just had a really typical conversation. It went like this. Girl 1 was like, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And girl 2 was like, ha ha ha, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. And then girl 3 was like, Q, R, S. And then the 4th girl was like, T, U, V. And the 5th girl was like, W, X, Y, Z, girl, am I right alphabet? Because that is just how I perceive women conversations. Thanks, Mom. Okay, hold up. So, calm down, guys. Oftentimes, when people say, like, oh, that person scared me, the person's not always trying to scare you. Sometimes the person just has an overwhelming energy to them that you perceive as being scared. Let me give you an example. So I was working with the kindness crew. You are staring at me too hard, bartender. You made me uncomfortable. Okay. So I was working with the kindness crew. It's a crew of kind people. Don't look too much into it. It's pretty much in the title. And we were shooting this music video. And then this girl came by in a unicorn costume. And all the people were like, oh my God! I love unicorns! In unison. It was awesome. And this little girl got so scared, she started crying. The parent had to start pushing her bike. It's like, obviously the kindness crew wasn't being mean. It's overwhelming energy. This was a lot more of just an informative discussion than it was comedy tonight. I meant for that to be the case. And I'm glad you guys listened. Hope you learned something. And come to my show. That's February 6th at 6 p.m. Yeah.